This month, I am going to teach you some low back stretches that are good for low back pain. First one here, knee to chest. So you can, depending on how you're feeling and how mobile you are, you can start with just one knee to chest, holding here, or if you are comfortable enough, bringing both knees to chest. That helps to unload the low back and stretch out the low back and hips. The next one is called a lower trunk rotation. So you will have your feet and your knees all the way together. Now I like to put my hands on my pelvis just to give myself a cue to keep my low back flat. So you want to keep your back flat, pelvis flat, and then what you'll do, keeping your knees and feet together, you'll slowly rock your knees side to side. From that position, if you flip over onto your hands and knees, another one of my favorites is called a cat-cow or cat-camel stretch. So you would have your arms just stacked, so palms underneath your shoulders here, knees underneath your hips. You can have everything about shoulder width, hip width apart. And then what you're going to do is you're going to round your back up and then go ahead, slowly go in the opposite direction. From there, you're going to sit back into a child's pose stretch. So you will sit back towards your heels, arms outstretched here. So you can hold this one here just in the center position. But what I like to do to get a little bit more bang for my buck is I walk my hands over to one side, and then you'll get more of a stretch through the opposite side here. So I like to hold that for about 30 seconds and then walk my hands the other direction here. Now, if you can't get down to the floor, I'm going to show you a modification of how you can do this stretch here in standing. So to do the child's pose in standing, you can use a railing or a counter. A table also works. So what you would do, put your hands on the counter or railing table, and then you just sit your hips back, and you can get the same stretch. And then same thing, you can walk your hands over to one side to feel more of a stretch on one side. And I kind of like to think of like making a C shape with your body, or if you look back towards your tailbone, you get even more of a stretch. So